everybody, and welcome back to Secret Staycation. So, I got recommended by this user right here to make a video of every description. So, I guess we're gonna do that, because Secret Staycation still has no new update. Even though Chocolate Ance's new game has been out for like 4 months or something like that. Don't have a new update, can't add like a hot dog or a taco, just something new and plop it somewhere. Just a little suggestion if you're watching this video, Chocolate Ants. But anyways, enough of my yapping. Let's start yapping about the descriptions, because they actually do have like some interesting lore. I guess they each have like something different to them. So like the Apple, he's a bit concerned that when you search online, some IT company shows up. And I guess they're implying about Apple, like, you know, that the phones and the iPads and stuff. So that's a little interesting. This one, the carrot, she absolutely hates when she is used to make carrot juice. Yeah, that ain't too well. I know there's a blender, like if I look right there, you can see like the little blender on the side right there. Guess the carrot doesn't really like that. What does the orange have? There is the small leaf on top that is a favorite of her, I guess. Alright, anyways, croissant. The pointed part of his head often gets nibbled by other foods. What the heck? Why are we eating the croissant? Alright, the mango. He has extremely delicate personality. Even a slight bump from other foods makes him feel sad. That's real sad. He's always crying all the time, so that's interesting. Melon. She is working on a diet with watermelon. It doesn't really look like it. Been pretty round for quite some time. Alright, pepperoni pizza. He was bought for a party, but only one slice was left. He was afraid to be thrown away, so he has been hiding ever since. That's why he is underneath the couch. That's how you collect him. He's underneath the couch. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, the plain bread. He doesn't like it when butter or jam is spread on top of him because it makes him feel sticky. Potato. She is hoping to be eaten before sprouted. You want to be eaten? Interesting. Soy sauce sunbean. He has a lot of pride, so he never apologizes even when something is done wrong. Well, he does look a little mean, so I guess that makes a bit of sense. The strawberry. She appears gentle, but is actually quite temperamental, so handling her with care is essential. Cool. Banana. Wait, the banana's a girl? What? I don't know why we're giving genders to these, like, foods. Interesting. She is too long sideways, often bumping into other foods while talking. Yeah, that makes sense. You're pretty wide. Cherry tomato. I forgot this was a food in the game. She believes in itself and thinks it's the biggest tomato in the world. Well, you are very small. French bread. She is quite long and often finds herself being used as a bridge for other foods. That also makes a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure I've used the French bread before, like right there. That's how you get up to the watermelon. You use it as like a bridge up there. Alright, green apple. He's really a red apple, but he painted himself. I mean, I know there's the paintbrush in the bathroom, but I thought, you know, the green apple is just a normal green apple. Alright, the lemon. She has a hobby of sneaking into soups to add a sour twist without being noticed. That is evil. Why can't we have a soup in the game? Just add something, Chocolate Ants. That'd be great. Alright, the mangosteen. It's still a secret whether she's the queen of the fruit world or not. Well, I don't think I've ever heard of a mangosteen in real life, so I don't think you're the queen. Hansen Manju is going around asking. Whoa, he's wobbly right now. What is he doing? What is he doing? He's getting crazy. Alright, he is going around asking other foods about the meaning of the mark on his head. Yeah, the little mark that's on top of him. I don't know why he's so wobbly right now. What the heck? Wait, is he always like that? I guess he's always like that. He's ready to go. He's very weird. Alright, so the Sakura Mochi, she is so big she doesn't quite fit within her leaf wrapper. Oh, so she's supposed to be small enough to like fit in that? I did not know that. Very cool. Salt potato chip. He is feeling lonely lately because he hasn't seen his friend. The other flavored chip. I don't remember how you find that. I'm pretty sure I have it down here, right? Or is it another game mode? I think it was a reward, wasn't it? I don't know where to find it. I know it's somewhere up here. I'm pretty sure it's a reward food. I don't know where it's at. I know I have. Oh, there it is. It blends in with that. Yeah, it's from hide and seek. And it's like a reward food, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, we have so many foods to go through. Holy moly. Hello. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as join my group. The link for it will be in the description. And if you guys want to see me play other games other than Roblox, check out my second channel. Alright, let's get right back into the video. Alright, so this is one of the dangos, the first one you get. Apparently, she would have preferred them all three to be pink. Well, we do have an all pink one, all the way down here somewhere. I know we do. Yeah, there's the all pink one. Alright, the sugar cube. She has a dream of becoming a conductor on a wooden train. Currently, she is doing imaginative training. I know the sugar cube is inside the train, so that's a little cool lore. Tomato, he has a wish in life to see real cherry tomatoes at least once. Well, there is one in the room over here. Or there's one in the fridge, I guess, right above you. Blueberry, he is longing to return to the tree where he once bore fruit. Very cool, Blueberry. Alright, so the chicken nugget, he is currently playing hide and seek in the edamame mansion and hasn't been found yet. Oh yeah, I forgot, that's where you find him. He's behind the door. Alright, chocolate chip cookie, he isn't fully baked yet, so it's better to put him back in the oven for a little longer. You wanna burn him? What? Don't do that. Alright, chocolate donut. He has a mouth in the middle, but he can't close it, so his mouth is always dry. That is unfortunate, chocolate donut. Permanently stuck with a locked jaw. Alright, dragon fruit. She's incredibly impatient, always walking fast and speaking so quietly so that nobody understands her. The dragon fruit does walk pretty quickly. It's like one of the only foods that walks quite fast. Alright, egg. She uses 100 moisturizer packs a day to keep her surface looking pristine. Very cool egg. Alright, the gyoza. He prefers to be boiled rather than fried. I have no clue what this food is in real life, so that's nice. Alright, the leech, or whatever you want to call it. People call it a leech, so that's what I'm gonna call it. He was almost ripe, but a bird took it from the tree just before it was ready. Surprisingly, the bird ended up discarding it without eating it. What? So this isn't even what a leech is supposed to look like. Dang, that's kind of messed up. Alright, mushroom. She was originally glowing secretly in a flower pot, but was discovered and plucked. Swinging on a swing is her hobby. Very cool. Is the mushroom? I don't even remember where to find the mushroom. I was thinking it'd be in like the hide and seek on the swing, but I don't think it is. That's where the white radish is at. Alright, the pumpkin. She was bought for Halloween, but was left untouched, sitting around. Unfortunate. Rice ball secretly is a pickled plum hidden inside of him. Wow, look, can we open him up and get a pickled plum food? That'd be pretty cool. Alright, small piece of cheese. He is the best friends with the mouse. They often play hide and seek at the mouse's house. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, apple pie. Apparently other foods often end up on top of her head. Yes, they do. There's a lot. The apples, sugar, butter, eggs, flour, a bunch of other stuff. Alright, avocado. She dislikes being touched on her belly. What would the avocado think if you took the, like, what is this, a nut? If you took that out of it? Would that be weird? Alright, candy cane. He's used as a tool to capture other foods. What? Using the candy cane as a machine to capture others? Alright, caviar. He escaped from the can and is currently being hunted. Ooh, is the candy cane going after the caviar? Alright, chili pepper. He looks slightly intimidating, having a background as a former FBI sniper. What? What do you mean this chili pepper here is an FBI sniper? Okay, the lore in this game is getting crazy. Alright, coconut. She hasn't realized yet that there's a straw stuck in her head. You don't realize that? You don't know that's in there? Someone's gonna drink the milk out of you. Alright, here's the cushy dango. Every morning he checks to make sure his hairstyle isn't messed up, but it has never been, what is this? Disheveled? I guess it's a word, but yeah, your stuff's not gonna move, pal. You're all good. Alright, the pancake. He always sits next to the seedlings of cherry tomatoes. He sometimes tries to talk to the tomatoes, but they're all still asleep, so they can't hear. Oh, that's right. You find the pancake in the little garden area that's outside there. I guess he's sitting in a plant of cherry tomatoes. Alright, the peanut. She's been holed up in a secret room for a long time. That's right. She's in the bathroom, stuck in behind the wall. Alright, the pineapple. She is learning about skincare from egg. Very cool. Salad leaf's got a long one. She has a leaf of salad that was left over. While the rest of the salad is being packed into a bag and taken away, she is clinging to the wall of the trash bin. That is right, you find the salad leaf in the trash bin. Alright, Tamago Sushi. Whenever he shakes hands with other foods, he always hits them in the face. Makes a lot of sense because the top part does hit the people or the foods. Alright, the watermelon has recently been concerned about his weight, so started a diet. Yep, doing that with the melon. The butter egg. He's been serving Miss Edamame for many years. He is thinking about taking a vacation soon. A secret staycation vacation? Alright, the fake edamame, which is a fava bean. Actually, he's a fava bean. Yeah, that's what it says. I don't know why he's called fake edamame then. Anyways, another edamame. She's the eldest daughter of the three siblings. She always sings songs to Butler Egg. Very cool. So this is the middle one, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, this is the wait, what? What was this one? Eldest daughter. This one's the eldest of the three siblings. Okay, so this one's the middle, and this one is the oldest. He's been the fastest runner in kindergarten. I guess they go to school. Alright, here's the little baby one. He is the second son of the three siblings. Lately, he learned to sleep even when he's not in his mother's belly. Very cool. Alright, chocolate bar, he used to be wrapped, but when he woke up in the morning, the wrapper was missing. Is there a food that took his wrapper or something? Alright, the strawberry cupcake was made only for special events. Her favorite part is the crunchy toppings on her. Cool, we got the apprentice Brussels sprouts. I honestly forgot this was a food, because you can't really use him in anything. He finally became an apprentice of the detective egg, but he's still too inexperienced to be allowed in the field by his master. So maybe we could eventually have a hide-and-seek update where he can be the seeker. That'd be cool. The asparagus, everyone compliments him on his cool hairstyle. A little pointy things up there, I guess so. Alright, so here's the other potato chip that I was talking about. She secretly embarked on a journey to save her friends without letting her best friend, the salt potato chip, know. So you've been on a secret mission. Detective Egg has been hired by the salt potato chip to find a certain food. Whoa! So you've been hired by, Wait, so the detective egg has been hired to find this chip. Interesting. Alright, green kiwi. After ice skating every day, she has worn out her size to half. No! Why don't go in the ice ring? It's not good. Alright, the leak. He has never seen the soles of his own feet because he's too tall. Melon pan. The bumps on top are hard, but her belly is soft. She is a bit of a clean freak, so she gets upset if her body touches the floor. Interesting. Alright, the onion, when she gets angry, she peels off her own skin, making everyone cry. Oh my goodness. Onion's a menace. Alright, the safety first egg, he works hard every day to manage traffic, but no one notices him. That goes for a lot of jobs in the real world. Alright, so the shine muscat, she unplugs the TV when the landlord is watching. What? That's mean. Alright, we have this food. What is this? I have no clue how to pronounce this. Anyways, she always asks her worries to octopus inside of her. Oh wait, this is made of octopus? Yeah, it is. I see it. Alright, so the marshmallows just puff, puff, puff. Cool. White radish, to avoid being grated by the landlord, she hid the grater. Interesting. Cherry, who is she next to me? This one who's sleeping all the time. French fry, I forgot we even had this guy. He arrived together with everyone else in a red package. A McDonald's fry? Maybe? Akira Sushi. She is carefully taking care of her eggs entrusted by her mother's salmon. Could have a salmon. Like, we don't even have fish in the game. I just realized that. Alright, Ramune. He sometimes finds it hard to hear everyone's voices right because he's trapped inside the bottle. He's some kind of seed. He is often reminded by other foods to stay away from the frying pan. Because he becomes a piece of popcorn. Alright, the milk ice pop, a surprise after she melts. Yeah, it has like the win or lose thing inside of it. Baby watermelon, he falls asleep the moment you look away. Very cool, he's probably sleeping right now. Black olive, he feels uneasy whenever he sees the olive oil in the kitchen. Makes sense. Alright, the chocolate macaron, she admires the mark on the onsen manju. So the onsen manju and the chocolate macaron, like, cool, right, together, I guess. Alright, the eggplant, she is aiming to win a vegetable Purple Beauty Award again this year. You are like one of the only purple foods in the game, so I'm gonna assume you're gonna win. Alright, so the farmer egg, he is an expert in growing plants. To understand the feeling of plants, he buries himself in soil every day. Very interesting. The fig, she is secretly hiding a flower inside of her belly. Really? Learning some interesting things about these foods. Alright, the kashawa mochi, I think that's who it. He is starting to think that he might not need an oak leaf and could use another leaf from a tree instead. Possibly. Alright, this is the orange dango. She is eagerly awaiting the annual dango conference. I think there's like 4 dangos in the game, so that's cool. Pear, he is curious about the paint that the green apple uses. Does he think it's a part of him? I don't know. The persimmon, she is eager to find out whether she'll be dried out or eaten soon. Oh gosh, so the persimmon's always worried. Alright, the giant Christmas cake. She has a special treat for Christmas. She spends her time observing the landlord from the top of the air conditioner. I don't know how the cake is on top of the air conditioner. It's a wacky spot. Alright, the Christmas egg, he absolutely enamored? Is that how you say that? With Christmas? I'm assuming that's what he loves Christmas. He's always waving around the candy cane toy. Alright, the Citron, she is certified as onsen master. Pretty cool. Statue macaron. Due to her similar color, she believes that she is a part of the Christmas tree. Very silly. You are underneath the Christmas tree. The starfruit. He's always praised for his star shape by everyone, but he doesn't quite understand what they mean. He doesn't even realize that he's in the shape of a star. That's funny. Alright, the walnut. If you do something wrong, apologize immediately. Okay. White asparagus. she's thinking about getting painted green for her change of pace. There's already a green asparagus, so don't think you should do that. White chocolate donut, I want to have colorful sprinkles too. I don't think the normal chocolate donut doesn't even have sprinkles, right? What does he mean by that? It doesn't have sprinkles. Alright, the white strawberry, he keeps distance from the red strawberry because she tends to get angry easily. Very cool. Alright, the all pink cushy dango. She was all made pink for the soccer festival. Cool. Empty sandwich. Find the area of his right angle triangle. I'm pretty sure it's 90 degrees, right? Alright, the ice cube. His body is slippery and so is conversations. So is he awkward or something? Alright, mixture of flour and water. She's perfectly fitted into a hole in the wall, which was made by eating it. Oh my gosh, I just realized. So the mixture of flour and water is inside like the vent that takes you to the garden area, but you don't get in it by walking in it. You have to like jump into it, and there's a hole in the wall, and that's where you find it. So he was eating his way into there, into the wall. That's weird. Alright, the piece of nori. He had a fight with the rice ball, got angry, and left it on its own. So this was a part of the rice ball. Water jelly. Jelly is about appearance, not flavor. Very interesting. Alright, so that's everything. Now we're gonna move on to Secret Staycation Dark. Alright, we've made it. We have only a couple foods in here, so let's see what we got. Cucumber. He thinks he is still going to grow taller. I think that's as big as you'll get, buddy. Alright, the green bell pepper. He has heard through the grapevine that there is also red and yellow bell peppers around. That'd be cool. We don't even have a yellow or red bell pepper in the game, so maybe that should get added. The sweet potato. She is determined to win the vegetable purple. Oh! So the eggplant won last time, but the sweet potato wants to win next. I forgot the sweet potato was in the game. Alright, the cabbage. He was recently asked by Brussels sprouts, how many leaves do you have? But he doesn't even know the answer himself. Probably has 100? Maybe less. I would assume less, but he has a lot. Alright, lotus root. He recently realized that his holes are quite useful for holding various things. I guess, yeah, you could be like a little container. Alright, the mussel, he quietly observes everyone from inside of his shell. Yes, he does. Alright, the waffle. He is knowledgeable, so everyone relies on him. Of course, the waffle is smart. Bamboo shoot. His father often tells him, you'll grow up to be big one day. He's pretty big. I don't know how big he's gonna get. Cinnamon stick. She tends to lean in and cut everyone's conversations. What? You're an interrupter? Crazy. Alright, night shift chef egg. She's in charge of the restaurant after dark. Her specialty dish is the omelet rice, which is this thing, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Alright, the peach, she has a delicate skin, so she stays away distant, so she stays distant from rice. Why is rice so bad? Huh? I don't understand. Alright, coffee bean. He has crossed many rough seas from distant oceans to arrive here. That explains why his thing looks like an eye patch. Alright, single grain of rice. I don't know what he's doing right now. Everyone thinks she'll be someone who enjoys physical affection. I guess so. Alright, green pepper. She stays close and keeps the area bright to help Chef Egg cook. So the green pepper stays around the night shift Chef Egg all the time so they can see. Alright, the omelet rice wrapped in eggs. It's so warm and cozy. No, they have to break the eggs to make that. Alright, cookie dough scraps. She wouldn't mind being baked in this shape, actually. Be a giant round cookie. Alright, nori sushi, out of ideas sushi. So this food was made because Chocolate Ants ran out of ideas, and it's almost been a year since we've had a new food, so he still hasn't had an idea in, 10 months? Quite crazy. There are millions of foods in this world, but it's alright. Alright, the ostrich egg. I feel like I'm not walking quite right. That is every description from every food in Secret Staycation, fellas. And that's gonna be the end of today's video, so hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Here's a shout out to all my members, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!